The investors of the Raffles Property Development are reassessing the project to determine how best to attract sales for the development. This comes as investors worldwide are finding it hard to source funding because of the U.S. economic crisis. The CEO of the development says government must take on a better approach to facilitate investors rather than frustrating them with long processes where investors have little or no dialogue with the authorities. Lawrence Samuel says the present government must become more investor-friendly.
It is not a very encouraging scenario for developers in this country. If we are to encourage development in this country, we have got to take a much better approach to encouraging people to try and facilitate them, not try to find every way to frustrate them. It is not what we are about.
Samuel says the present business environment is just not conducive for developers. He says it would make no sense to stay in business if the conditions do not improve.
It's very easy for someone who's going through any form of distress as a developer to turn around and say, look, all these things are much too frustrating. I don't want to be part of it, and you know, I'm out of here. There is not enough accommodation, there is not enough dialogue with the authorities to be able to help the developer overcome whatever challenges they have.
The Raffles Project CEO says sourcing investment funding is not the only problem plaguing developers. Samuel says developments in the north of the island are being negatively impacted by stray animals. He says one example is the Golf and Country Club, which has had to undergo extensive repairs.
We're making a very serious appeal to the authorities to try and help put a stop to this problem, because we just cannot carry on selling a destination, golf destination, to our visitors, and when they get here, they are welcomed by a herd of cows or a set of horses running all over the place on the only golf course that we have. It is a very serious problem.
Samuel says in light of the tough economic times and the problems facing developers, investors will be very careful how they spend money in the future. He says the present business climate will negatively impact the island's economy. Shannon Labonne, HTS News, Channel 4.